Now, we know those efforts were kind of in anticipation of colder temps in the mountains, and we did have some briefly after Helene, but this feels like the really big blast.
Yeah, this is the first real cold blast. You know, we had that little batch there in mid-October around the 16th. We had that snowfall at Beech Mountain, about 1.5 inches of snow. So this snow is actually more timely. This is about the time, actually a little bit below average. I mean, Beech Mountain, our first measurable snow is usually the beginning of November. So seeing it here on the 21st, not out of the ordinary as this next burst of snow moves down. And this will be the overnight snow. So this will be the biggest batch of snow we see tonight and early on Friday. It's also very breezy. We mentioned earlier, we had that front last night. A lot of folks commented, what was that? What's coming through? We told you that front was going to come through right around 8, 9 o'clock with a ton of wind. And it just felt like it came out of nowhere. But that was just exactly what we expected as it moved through. The wind gusted for about an hour and a half, and then it calmed down. Tonight, another front, not as strong, but certainly going to pick those winds up as well. It will be cold, and just a heads up, we have not had a freeze in Charlotte. This is an incredibly late freeze coming up if it does happen tonight. The latest freeze of record is December 10th, but on average, our first freeze is usually the beginning of the month as well. So this is really late. We could see one tonight and possibly again this weekend. So if your garden's still going, you got tender plants, just a heads up. Now, we're not likely going to see frost because the winds will be picking up even in the mountains and foothills 30 to 40 miles an hour, and even here in the Piedmont around 20. So that will preclude frost from forming, but doesn't mean the temperature can't drop down close to the freezing mark. Now, feel like readings. This is the wind chill. Overnight wind chills drop down maybe to single digits in the mountains. We'll see 20s here in the Piedmont possibly. Tomorrow morning, really cold. So you factor in the wind and the cold, by far the coldest we've seen. So make sure you have the winter gear, the jackets, the gloves, everything. Even during the day tomorrow with sunshine, it's not going to feel much warmer because that second surge of cold air comes in, and tomorrow will be the coldest day of the week and weekend. That surge of snow, though, shifts to the north by Friday night, and by Saturday, we start to see a slow turnaround. Temperatures jumping back up a little bit closer to average, and by Sunday we'll be above average. But tonight and tomorrow, rough travel in the mountains, especially early morning tomorrow, because the temperatures will be cold enough. This will cause slick spots on the road. By the afternoon, improving conditions, and should completely dry out by Saturday as the cold air settles in for a couple of nights. But then we see a turnaround by Sunday. The winds will shift to the south. That should allow for temperatures to rebound. Now, snowfall amounts, this is going to be very dependent on elevation. You've got to get to the highest elevations to see accumulating snow. Most of the valleys, you're talking about a trace to maybe an inch. So below 3,500 feet, it's going to be a small amount. If you get up there towards Howard's Knob, Sugar, Beech Mountain, the areas that want to see the snow for the ski season to kick off next week, they will see the lion's share of this snow tonight and tomorrow. Temperatures, though, not much warmer tomorrow. We'll stay below freezing most of the day. Snow making 24/7 in the mountains. Here in the Piedmont, low 50s tomorrow. Now, next week, big travel week and the holiday. So what's going to happen is early in the week, we're fine. So Monday, Tuesday doesn't look like a whole lot, but by Wednesday, signs that a big storm system will be developing here in the middle of the country. This will start shifting east. Looks like primarily rain, not severe weather right now, but maybe wintry weather in the northeast. That's something to watch for late Wednesday into Thursday, and we could have wet roads for travel if you're traveling by car. As we go into the first weekend of December, looks like we're going to start to see cooler temperatures filter into the region. So just a heads up, things are going to trend colder as we go into the first couple days of December. But this weekend, we actually warm up. Beautiful weather for your weekend outlook, and your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast really shows a nice pattern by the weekend into early next week. But as we look 10 days into the future, you can see colder temperatures by the last weekend of the month into early December.
Okay, Brad, thank you.